Hello everyone, welcome back to my IELTS channel. It's been a while since I posted a new lesson, and I want to take a moment to thank you to all of you, every single one of you, for being here and supporting this channel. Thank you again for your patience and continued support. Now, in today's lesson, we're diving into the words of IELTS Academic Writing Task 1 and specifically focusing on tables. Now, I know tables can be a bit intimidating with all those numbers and data, but have no fear. I'm here to guide you through each step of the process, and everything is going to be easier and more manageable. But before we begin, make sure you have a good internet connection, a notepad, and something to write with. If you're commuting or if you're traveling, it would be better if you had a pair of headphones. And I will be your trusty companion throughout this lesson. So whenever you feel that you're a little bit overwhelmed, just hit pause, take a deep breath, and then we can resume. All right, so let's get started. First, we are going to start with a warm up. I would like you to have a look at these two questions. What makes a town city safer, and what can we do to make town cities safer? Just like in the previous lessons, you can do this activity all by yourself. You can take this 2 minutes, answer the questions, record yourself while answering, then you can play it back and see how you can improve your answers. Or if you have somebody to work with, like study buddy, you can take turns. You can answer the question, the other person can evaluate your performance, and then you can swap places. Either way, make sure you don't write anything down and then you read the answers. You need to do it spontaneously. Okay, so I'm going to shut up and I'm going to let you do the activity. Good luck. All right, now that you're all warmed up, let's get started with our first activity, understanding the task. Now, let's take a close look at the table we'll be working with. We've done this before, right? Analyze the given information, identify the main features, and also pay attention to any specific trends or patterns. This is what you should be doing. So you've got 1 minute to read the writing task, underline the keywords. All right? Good luck. All right, and here are the answers. To be quite honest with you, I'm not really sure if Helby is actually a region or whether it's invented, but that's for you to find out. And also, if there are any words which were difficult for you during the task, either in the writing task or in the table, again, feel free to search them up in a monolingual dictionary, because if I give you the answers, that will be too easy. So I want you to do a little bit of research. All right, now let's take move on to the next activity. Yeah, so we have identified everything we need, important information, main trends. And now that you have a good understanding of the table, let's move on to the next activity, which is also about, it's going to be about language and content. As you probably know, and I'll keep nagging you. So if you don't have somebody nagging you at home, just watch one of my lessons and I'll nag you constantly. This is the instruction that you should be following when dealing with the task one, with academic writing task one. 4 paragraphs, introduction, overview, and 2 body paragraphs for each feature. This is a no-brainer structure and it's fail proof. It's going to work all the time and it's going to be a breeze for you to deal with task one questions. All right, the second activity, what we have to do is to dig in. As you have seen at the beginning of this video, we're going to deal with writing introductions and overview because they're quite tricky. First of all, because the introduction, you might say, hey, it's easy, but actually it's a paraphrase of the task. And then the overview is extremely important because if you don't have an overview, your maximum band score for task one is going to be 5. So they're very, very important. What I'd like you to do is to match each part, an introduction, key details from the data, and an overview with its description. It's super easy. You have 1 minute to do this one. Okay, time's up. And here are the answers. Super easy, right? Awesome. Let's move on. And now what I would like you to do is to um, match each part of the summary with the type of the summary. For example, you have 4 paragraphs. You have to identify which one is which is an introduction, which is an overview, which are um, features that are developed into body paragraphs. I'm going to give you 3 minutes for this one. I'm sure it's quite a lot, actually, if I think about it. But I want you to read the sample answer very carefully and also take a look at the way the information is presented, the way the introduction is written, and also the overview. All right? Good luck. All right, and here are the answers. Obviously, the first one is the introduction, which is a paraphrase of the question. The second paragraph is the overview, which starts with the pointer overall, and then two body paragraphs in which you describe in more detail the data. Now, what I would like you to see is that the candidate here, there is a little bit of space between each paragraph, which shows that you start a new paragraph. If you're taking the paper-based, it's going to be easier. All you have to do is to skip a line. And then if you're taking the computer-based, you just have to hit enter. No, nothing too complicated. And it's extremely important, again, this is me nagging you, to have an overview, meaning the second paragraph over here. If you forget to write it right after the introduction, no biggie, you can do it towards the end. However, you have to have one. If you don't have one, then you're going to have band 5 for task 1. No matter how good your summary is, no matter how well you have described the data. All right, let's move on. And now we're going to focus a little bit on synonyms. Yeah, I want you to focus only on the introduction, and then to see how the student has paraphrased or changed or used synonyms uh, 4 words from the task instruction into the introductory sentence. You have some words there, and I want you to identify the synonyms. Super easy. 1 minute to do this one. Okay, and here are the answers. As you can see, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. All you have to do is to think of words and synonyms that you can use instead of copying word for word from the task instruction. Because if you do that, you're going to be penalized. Those are not your words. All right? Nothing too complicated. Okay, let's move on. The fourth activity. Here is we're going to focus on the overview. I would like you to read the overview from the model answer, and then you have 3 questions for you to answer. All right? 2 minutes to do this one. You can do it either alone or with somebody else. Okay, and now let's see the answers. Right, as you can see in the overview, you don't write about data or numbers. The only thing you write about is the, let's say, the region or the topic you're going to talk about, or the topic the visual cue is about, and then the time frame. And that's it. And you identify the main trends. You don't give everything out. Think about the overview, and if you've been with me since the beginning of um, since I started sharing with you these lessons, you've probably noticed that the overview is like the trailer of the movie. It hooks you, it gives you some insight, something to look forward to, but it doesn't give the whole thing. Keep that for your body paragraphs where you have to talk in more detail about the main features you have identified in the visual cue. And now let's move on. Um, Again, as I said, tables are quite nasty because there's a lot of numbers. And what we're going to do now is going to find different ways of expressing numbers and percentages. You have a box with some words, and I'm going to give you 2 minutes to match them with the right percentages. Take your time. I know it can be really daunting. Okay? Good luck. Okay, and now let's check the answers. Okay, make sure you pause now and you check the answers. I know numbers are horrible. I don't do numbers unless it's about money, money which I have to take, not to give. So I totally get you. All right, we're more than halfway. We have already completed activity 5 and we've got 4 more to go. So keep holding strong. In this activity, and I'm going to give you only 2 minutes because you've already read the model answer, what I would like you to do is to find examples of the words in the previous one in this model answer. So you can go back, you can write the words down, and then while you read the model answer, you can identify the words, however you feel comfortable, okay? 2 minutes for this one. Okay, and the answers. As you can see, you don't have to use words like these in every single sentence. Everything has to flow. Moving on. Now that we have finished with understanding the task, dealing with language and content, it's time to plan the summary. And in this part of our lesson, in this step, we'll focus on creating a clear and well organized summary of the information presented in the table. Remember, you only describe what you see. And you also have to think about the key points you want to include and how you can structure your summary effectively. This is our main goal. So I'm going to give you a different question. You can go wild and you can write a summary for both of the questions, the previous one, the one that we had in the activities, and this one, however you feel like. I'm going to give you only 1 minute this time to look at this question, to understand the task, to identify key points, main trends, what you will include and what you won't include in your summary. All right, 1 minute. Okay, time is up. I'm not going to give you the answers for this one, so I'm not going to tell you which the keywords are or the main trends. It's all on you. You can write them down in the comment section. We've got 2 more activities to go and then you're done. We're going to plan the summary further, okay, to organize information. So I'm going to give you 3 minutes to make notes for each part of your summary: introduction, overview, key details from data for the first paragraph, and then for the second paragraph. Again, you can work alone or with a friend, but make sure you do so in 3 minutes tops. I mean, you had 1 minute to understand the task and 3 to organize the information. That will be 4 minutes, 12 to 14 minutes to actually write, and then 2 minutes towards the end to re-evaluate and assess your summary, and that will be 20 minutes. So you have to stick to the plan. Again, no more talking. I'm talking too much. 3 minutes. Good luck. Okay, time's up. So now that you have planned, yeah, before we move on to the next one, to assessing and improve, it's time to put pen to paper and start writing, or finger on keyboard if you're preparing for the computer based. And remember, while you're writing, remember, use your own words as much as possible and try to maintain the accuracy of the data. You have to be concise and also make sure to highlight the most significant information from the table. Again, nagging Florina here, only describe what you see, use an impersonal tone, don't give your opinion, don't speculate about the information in the data. Okay, we're almost done, yeah, but there's still a couple of things to do. First, we're going to move at evaluating the summary. So all we have to do now is to take a critical look at what you've written. You have to check for any errors or areas where you could improve your vocabulary or even sentence structure. And again, to make any necessary revisions. Maybe you forgot the final S in third person. Maybe you should have put a comma somewhere. Everything counts. A little goes a long way. So while you check your work, I would like you to have a look at these parts. Did you do these things in your summary? If not, again, as I said, what can you do to improve? Right? And that's it. Yeah. You have evaluated your summary. You have completed all activities for today's lesson. You should give yourself a pat on the back for your hard work and dedication. And you've completed everything in 33 minutes. So all you have to do is to take around half an hour from your very busy schedule to prepare for your exam. Consistent work. Thank you once again for being a part of this amazing community. I hope you found this lesson on tables helpful and informative. And if you have any questions or suggestions for future lessons, please, 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 please leave them in your comments below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more IELTS tips and lessons. Until next time, keep learning, keep exploring. Bye bye.